And we're back. Day 99 of the winter cut. I guess it's no longer winter, so technically maybe I should start calling this spring cut. But how are you guys doing today? I am confused by how good I feel because I was 236 this morning, and 236 is 2 pounds lighter than I ever got when I was in Florida. And when I got to 238 in Florida, I felt like I was literally going to die. So definitely unsure about why things are still rolling this smooth, but definitely also not complaining. And I think a big part of feeling this okay still is number one, the pace that I'm going on the diet, because I haven't just cratered calories right from the get-go. Like, I'm still at 2,600 calories, which is still a pretty decent chunk. And I think the other reason that things are going really well and feeling really good right now is that this time around, I'm being a lot smarter with my training and cardio, which pretty much just comes down to not forcing the issue on either of those and just kind of trying to make sure that my biggest goal with training is that I feel good enough to make it productive, because more productive training is going to lead to better outcomes compared to the opposite of just smashing my asshole in until I feel like I'm going to die, and then training becomes no longer productive. And today is our max effort bench day, so I'm going to let Tyler get the bar out while I get the team activated program app on my phone to confirm what I'm doing today. Like, I already am setting up, so I know what I am doing, but plan for today's first movement is close grip incline, low incline for my max effort bench. And like I always say, if you are in the team, you probably shouldn't be following the exact programming that I am, because my programming is set up for someone that is in a pretty significant cut. But we've also got a ton of other program options in there. And I think the coolest part about the team is, even though the programming is template based, because of the coaching aspect that the team offers, even if you are running the program template, what I'm trying to do with the team is, inside the community, we are giving lifters ideas, giving lifters suggestions. And if it becomes apparent the lifter needs to be doing something different, we can say, swap this exercise, swap this rep range, swap this RPE, so they can then make that program template customized for themselves. And from my end, I freaking love it, because Team lets me help so many lifters at a one-on-one individualized level, and it's so cool to see everyone getting better. Team price is going up from $49 a month to $99 a month on April 1st, so if you sign up now, you'll get to lock in that lower rate. And the reason I'm saying that so much is I want to let everyone that really wants to be in there still get in there when the value is absolutely freaking insane. Anyways, the plan here, as always on my max effort days, is to work up to a single that doesn't totally suck. And if you guys remember, a few weeks ago, I ran the regular grip higher incline. And the reason I'm running this a couple of weeks later is that this is going to complement that very well, except to be a little bit less delty and a whole lot more tricepy. Still going to be a decent chunk of delt in it as well. But the reason that triceps and delts are so important to me right now is that with the pec tear recovery history, the stronger triceps and delts are, the more protected my pec is going to be. So we want to make sure those delts and tris are ready to do a lot of work. I'm going to make sure I actually film Tyler more today too. Harder elbow lock, yep. Big torque. Sick. Unrack your soft. But don't let it get in the way of the triceps, because the triceps aren't locked. You're going to be looser anyways, right? And another reason why I like this janky low incline setup is because there's no butt pad to hold me up from the bottom. It forces leg drive to be right on, and that's something I've been a little bit lazy with the last couple weeks, so it'll be a good reminder to not be lazy with my leg drive. And Tyler is running regular grip just because his arms are longer than mine. That means we just don't have to change holes. Okay, big lock. There you go. Yeah. I really hate dieting because this is the first time that Tyler and I have ever pressed 225 at a similar speed. And hopefully I get to pull a little bit of a lead with 2.25. And if you guys are wondering like why I'm running max effort work this deep in the cut, like I'm not using it to try to get stronger. I don't care what ends up on the bar, but the biggest thing that I want to do is make sure that even if I do feel weak as shit, I'm still used to pushing into a decently heavy barbell, because I think that was one of the bigger mistakes I made last round of the cut, is I just kind of got rid of heavy stuff, and then I kind of forgot how to brace and get tight for heavy stuff. So we're doing this to remember. I keep seeing my hook grip thumbnail grow out, and I'm just like, gross. That'll probably be the last triple for me, which means singles next. And the singles means smart jumps for both of us from here on out. So 245. Settle. Sick. That was good. It's wild what actually showing up again does for you. I know. Stay close just in case I fuck up. Okay, 295. Oh, yeah. Move decent. That was quick. Guess we get to go 3. And I don't want to speak too soon because I haven't pressed 315 yet, but comparing this to the last time that I ran incline is telling me that I probably do need to keep prioritizing delt work ahead of triceps work on my secondary bench day. And what I'm learning from Tyler's bench so far is that he just needs to keep prioritizing showing up on bench day, because it's going much better than the last time we benched together. Funny what consistency does for a guy. Big squeeze. There you go. Tight. Pull, 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 pull. Yeah. Spread. But that was definitely triceps not quite having the oomph to finish. Good top set though. Solid chug. A little bit touch and go, but I mean, you're a long ways out for the meet. And pauses always feel longer in your head than they are in reality, so ain't too upset. Off camera, definitely gonna ream them out though. And I think what's cool about how things are feeling so far is that a couple weeks ago, like, my triceps weren't really kicking, and then as soon as I got that Smith machine jam and I've gotten to run that a couple times, it's like they've woken right back up. Well, maybe not right back up, because we're still a very long ways off of where I was when I was fat, but it's better than it was a couple weeks ago. Also, secondary benefit of incline bench compared to flat is I'm less worried about my skin flaps sticking out from the bottom of my shirt. Big torque. Oh, yeah, that's it. Fuck yeah. I think we can go 335. So, triceps definitely doing their thing. And I was just talking to Tyler about this because his top set, he was probably a little bit overtucked. And he's like trying to twist like that twist is humerus. What I wanted to think about is like not twisting the humerus, but trying to twist the shoulder blade down. And that's what we want to do when we're cueing torque. And with that, we're going to break one of my very big personal rules and let him take a down set so we can see if he can do a better job. And I mean, like, I think for him, a down set's okay because he's skinny and can afford the volume. Me, on the other hand, I'm skinny in a different way and can't afford the volume. And it's like, feel it in there, right? Feel it, like, try to get that on. Settle. That was better. Yeah. There you go. Sick. And like for him, the last time we trained consistently together, we were both in multiply. So like he's learning how to lift raw as we speak right now. So a lot of silly multi habits that we got to break, but yeah, we're breaking them. Multi is, you're like, what do you do? Yeah, that's it. Raw, a little different because we got to lift with muscles, not fabric. And we're going belt and mouth guard for this set. Mostly because I'm a pansy, but also because I want to see if it helps me squeak out a little bit more leg drive. And custom hole achieved, but it's kind of cheating because on bench I run my belt way tighter than squats and deads because I'm more worried about being able to expand above the belt to lift my rib cage up versus trying to expand into the belt to create better brace. Gotta make sure I roll my sleeves up just in case my arms look big for the thumbnail. Woo!
elbows, a little bit tricep, then pull. Let's go.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Man, that actually isn't
Hell yeah, dude.
terrible.
Hell yeah.
I mean, still pretty terrible, but considering where I am right now, I could be pretty happy. Realized I forgot to put my mouth guard in, but getting that guy all tracked up in the app and figuring out what we're running next, which is going to be some dumbbell press on a flat bench. Changing secondaries and accessories on a weekly basis isn't something that I'd normally do. And it kind of started happening on accident when we switched to this gym because of all the new fun equipment that I wanted to try. But I realized that I kind of like what is happening by changing secondary accessories right now in the context of the diet, because the advantage of keeping secondary accessory in for multiple weeks is it lets you build momentum over the course of the wave. The advantage of switching them every week is that because you're not really building momentum, it becomes a little bit easier to still push hard, but manage your fatigue pretty darn well. And we'll go up. We'll go 120s next, and I'll shut up during the set so I can actually press them good. That was heavier feeling than I wanted it to be, but we'll go up a little bit. Because plan is hard set of 10-ish, then hard set of 6-ish. And with how heavy the 120s felt, I think we'll be smart and run the 130s. And like, if I can get more than 6, I'll get more than 6. If I get less than 6, I really hope I don't get less than 6. Went better than I was expecting. Holy. But still gonna count that as a top set because the 120s were pretty worky. And next up, got ourselves a machine press. And for that, what I'm thinking is we're gonna run the Panada machine, mostly because it feels really good, but secondarily because it is a selectorized option. And I don't want to have the kerfuffle that I did last week where I had to load 10 million plates onto the decline press. And this machine is so weird because I always say this, but it feels so light in the hands. Then like 5 reps in, you're like, holy shit, my pecs are contracting. We'll go up though. And we've concluded that I should probably lift the seat up a little bit because that angle was kind of weird. So we'll go up still. Yeah, that is much more where I want it. I think we might be able to go full stack. This thing catches up so fast. Okay, full stack time. Whoop. We'll run under there. Woo! Okay, let's crank. Aiming for 8. Boo.
Chugging easy.
Boo. Boo.
Hell yeah.
Had to get pretty squirmy to finish it, but we finished it. I freaking love this machine so much. What's your review on it?
That nasty little pump on the upper chest.
Yeah, it's
Oh, baby.
so gross. And I learned my lesson last week, so we are not going to be angling the handles up. But because this is not my delt priority today, we're going to cook on some Incline Smith JMs. And already warm, so straight to a plate to make Tyler suffer. Those gangly arms ain't going to fix themselves. What I find too for this, it's like it's not quite narrow enough. So I'm kind of going like mid-palm. But that helps with the lateral hand pressure too.
Okay.
Kind of forces you to really low tries. And I have no clue how to spot this thing with only one person, so we're just going to stand here and hope he doesn't die. Yep. Good chug. Hell yeah.
There's no way to cheat with these, and I hate it.
I think that's a good work set for you, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go quarter. And I went 2 on top set here last week, so we're going to do my best to try to beat that.
Load into the trucks.
Gotta set the bench back here. Woo! We'll go up.
In the wrong position.
Grabbed spotter for this one. Yeah, chug. Yep. There's more. Yeah. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Make sure he's in. Lower. Yep. Nice work. And now time to find out if I get to go up. Got spotters for myself because truthfully, 185 didn't feel all that great, but I think I can wake up. Boo. Boo.
Good.
Boo.
Left. Chug away.
Yeah.
Boo. Boo.
Yep.
Boo.
Easy.
All you.
Boo.
Yeah.
Roll me in. Yep.
Yeah, you're good.
I think we're going to try 245. And I realize Smith machine weight isn't 45 empty bar, but this thing feels like it might actually be heavier than a 45 empty bar, so I'll just call it 245. But we're going 2 plates in a 10 because out benching my 308 bench as a 242 isn't going to happen on its own. Boo. 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 Take. Yeah, that was probably a little heavy, but like I said, out benching my 308 bench as a 242 ain't gonna do itself. And I find like the best way to really get triceps to kick hard is to just do freaking heavy tricep shit that gets a little bit sloppy and force them to kick hard. And what I got in the program is scat plane front raise next. But what I didn't realize when I put scat plane front raise in the program again this week is that, is that I would be swapping it out because, never mind, what I wanted to do is currently in use, so I'm going to do what I wanted to do for rear delts instead of the rear delt row today. Because they got this seated fly thing that I saw someone else using earlier, and it looked really cool, but I'm trying to lean forward, make it really rear delty, and I can already tell that I'm not going to need a lot of weight on this thing. This is so sick. Just give it a try empty. Figure just try 10s just because it's probably going to get heavy fast. And like this max pump stuff, what I've learned is to never expect that it feels light because some of them, like the decline last week, feel really light. but others like the Smith and the pull down and everything else feels really heavy. But I think this is one where I'll actually be able to work decently on. So I will just stop and go up. Okay, 30 pounds. That is perfect.
That's concerning for me.
Oh, 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 oh. Cannot even describe how much rear delt that is. I'm pissed off because I think he's beating me right now.
Go on.
Yeah, you're going up?
It has to do with my work. That's the only reason.
Tyler owns a ceiling texturing company, so his entire day is spent lifting shit above his head. So delts are like the one thing other than deadlifts that he can actually kind of keep up with. Either that or I just gotta get better at rear delt stuff, which is kind of why I'm doing rear delt stuff right now. But I think the point I want to illustrate with the discrepancy in our rear delt strength is like rear delts are important for stabilizing bench press, but what is more important are your front delts and your pecs and your triceps, probably not in that order. I'm gonna try 40 on her, just for shits and giggles. Mostly giggles, hopefully not shits. Oh. Oh. Ah. 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 Yeah, Tyler wins. And next up, we're going to run the machine side raise, but similar to what I did in Vegas, going to step back a little bit to make the groove pretty similar to scap crane front raises. Still not quite as much front delt as there, but a little more side delt won't hurt me either. And we probably got to go up. Where's the pin? Oh, there it is. Okay, we'll actually have to crank for this one. This is very nice. Also very hard. Satisfied customer. And I mean, Thursday we're also cranking the fronts really hard, so yeah, extra sides. Trying to fill out this 2XL shirt that I'm way too small for, which is really sad. And we're gonna call this one Rooted. Took this picture on top of Tunnel Mountain in Banff on a 1960s film camera loaded with some black and white film with a red cut filter on it, so it gets ultra contrasty. And I don't know, I'm just stoked with the photo and wanted to put it on the shirt. So if you guys want to grab one, all of our photo shirts going to be live on activatedperformance.net on April 1st. Code YouTube will save you 10%, but if you don't want to grab one, no sweat, because more shirts for me. And next up, we're gonna run some pull down and like my favorite way to run lat work in a conjugate split is to do something every single day. And on my bench days, I like to run vertical pull-in to help prime me for pulling down into myself on my squat stuff. And then on my squat and deadlift days, I like to run horizontal pull-in to help me prime pulling into myself on the bench stuff. We'll go up though. Okay, first work set, and the plan here is to make this not too shitty and then go full stack. Wanted to see if I could float, but I'm not that light yet. Tyler was nice enough to change the plate pins for me. Let's crank! Oh, still gotta get lighter. But like what I'm always trying to do on lat work to make sure I'm tagging lats well is trying to go slow out of the top until the lats gain leverage. And once the lats are catching, then I pull hard. And next up, we're gonna run this egregiously heavy pec deck. And Mike was on there last, so I'm gonna leave what he had on there just so I can embarrass myself. This is gonna be heavy. I may regret this decision. But I freaking love the strength curve on this because it's just heavy the whole entire way through, not just at one point in the range, which makes it really nice for getting that not totally working pec to start working a lot harder. Did not mean to set it down that hard. And what I'm realizing is that this kind of means that I gotta work harder to regain working pecs. Hey. Oh. He's trying to tell that guy that he could walk around the camera, but he had his headphones in. Like, I'm never worried about people getting in the shot because I don't want to be the asshole with the camera that the camera's in everyone's way when, I mean, the camera is in everyone's way, so I want to make sure they're not worried about being in front of it. I don't know. I shouldn't have talked that set because I got way too hard, way too fast. We'll do another to make up for it. Anyways, what I was trying to say there is that if I'm the asshole with a camera in the gym, I want to make sure that everyone is totally fine just walking in the front of it because I don't want to be in their way more than I have to. Oh, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Well, even then, it's like it makes it better to like have people in it because it feels more real, right? So I ain't worried. See, point proven. And gotta shut up now so we can crank. Oh. Maybe a little better. And what I'm always trying to do on pec stuff, especially since the surgery, is make sure that I'm reaching far ahead so I'm getting the serratus and pec to work together. And I am currently upping my step count because I'm walking all over the gym to figure out where the hell the biceps machines went. Found the arm stuff, and we're gonna crank on this single arm preacher again, which I really like because it forces that like long reach away, big ol' stretchy stretch in the bottom, and feels oh so gross in the best way possible. And if you're wondering why biceps work is important for a powerlifter other than looking jacked on your third deadlift, if you're thinking about biceps roll at the shoulder, going to do a couple things for us. I guess roll at the elbow as well, but at the shoulder, long-headed biceps crosses over the shoulder joint. It's going to help pull that humeral head deeper into the shoulder socket when we're benching. And then the elbow, a little bit of tension there is going to help us control the triceps so we can actually work better with the triceps and be more precise. We're not just like dumping the bar way down low. And the third thing is, if you guys saw that gross video of Sir Dave breaking his humerus, as we're lowering the bench, bones really don't like to be bent, but tension on the top side from the biceps can help mitigate that bending force on the humerus and potentially stop that from happening to you. And with that, definitely not saying that humerus fracture was a result of him not doing enough biceps. It was probably just like a freak nervous system error that caused biceps to shut off when triceps were contracted really, really, really hard, and then the humerus couldn't maintain not breaking under the weight that was on the bar. So freak accident, probably not a bicep training issue, probably more just like a coordination, cumulative fatigue, shit just kind of getting sideways type deal. And I guess like reason number 4 is biceps pumps feel good. So yeah. Pump achieved. And once again, gonna run some of these wide-based sit-ups with my feet over under the rack because they are so freaking good for opening my hips up sumo, even though, spoiler alert, not gonna be pulling sumo on Wednesday. And gonna be really cautious to, oh, I gotta move the bar. Okay, now that the hazards are out of the way, these are so good for opening up anterior adductors for my sumo start position. And even if I'm not pulling sumo this week, I still want to stay ahead of the curve, shove those knees out into a nice big stretch, and see if we can improve some flexibility while getting stuff stronger at the same time. And I'm still a very long ways from being able to add load on these, which is kind of embarrassing, but we'll suck it up and get better. Oh. Sound like Joel over here. Did another set of abs there, but I forgot to film it because I was distracted due to my phone dying. And because my phone is dying, I figured I'd rip out the conclusion on the stair mill to take up a little bit of stair mill thought time. But again, like really stoked with the training session. It's really hard to talk while walking on a stair mill and trying to hold the camera and not drop it. But point is, like, seeing where the diet's going and seeing how I'm feeling this time is so freaking cool for me because it kind of just means that, like, I've learned from my mistakes. And I think that the point I'm trying to make with this is that so many people want to value just knowledge. And yes, I did know how to diet before. I had like all of the thoughts and tools and everything in my head, but it was kind of a matter of needing to do it and go through it and really learn when to use those thoughts and tools and ideas and mental frameworks. And I think the fact that I'm figuring it out, it is such a cool feeling because it's something that I've struggled with so freaking hard with over my career. And it's another one of those things where because I've struggled with it and because I've made mistakes, I can help people learn from it so that they don't have to make the mistakes quite as hard on their own. And like that's the whole motivation behind everything I'm doing right now, because I just realized that I freaking love helping lifters figure their stuff out. Miana's down there looking for something that's plugged in. Are you in frame?
Yeah.
Try not to drop the camera. Harder than I thought it would be. But anyways, I should probably shut up now and turn the speed up on here so I can actually get some good work in. But thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. Have a good night. And if you want to let me help you figure your stuff out for powerlifting, hit the link below, join the team, because it is truly insane in there. And handed the camera off to Miana because I was afraid I was going to like accidentally kick it off of the cup holder and I don't want to break it. So bye. And bonus content, because when I was standing way up there, I realized that this thing exists and I think I want to give it a try. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try it single arm, see if that works.
Yeah, I found it heavy.
Yeah, all
this
this stuff.
but like it felt heavy.
I don't know about an arm work though. Start way down. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, yeah. It's like ramping, nothing. Yeah, so that's little bottom end really good. Top end, we gotta maybe figure something out better here, but I'll leave this for another day.